Tonight's WWE SmackDown will focus on the aftermath of Bad Blood. There were major plot twists in the Red and Blue brand's main stories, such as the Bloodline. During the PLE, Roman Reigns seems to have made a huge revelation about tonight's program amidst much speculation and speculations. In the main event of Bad Blood, the original tribal chief and his adversary Cody Rhodes defeated Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, marking the original chief's first wrestling battle in almost 6 months. While Jimmy USO made a triumphant comeback to join with his cousin in the battle, The Rock made an equally surprising return to glare down Reigns and Rhodes in the post-match angle. On tonight's live SmackDown, Reigns will make an appearance as a sequel to Bad Blood. A mysterious teaser for the program was sent by the 39-year-old this afternoon on X, which is essentially Twitter. The WWE Universe wasted no time in trying to guess Roman's target. The most popular theory is that Reigns is alluding to The Rock, but there's also conjecture that the head of the table will eventually apologize to Jimmy for their history together. This evening, the Bond Seekers Wellness Arena in Greenville, South Carolina, will host World Wrestling Entertainment for the second time. Live on the USA Network, SmackDown will feature the aftermath of Bad Blood and the build-up to Crown Jewel. 2 matchups in a segment have been confirmed for SmackDown thus far. The lineup as of now is as follows. The return of Roman Reigns. Lash Legend and Yukara Jackson face up against Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, the current champions of the women's tag team division. Carmelo Hayes takes against the Los Angeles Knights, the reigning U.S. champion. It has not been formally confirmed, but there have been advertisements for several superstars to come. Cody Rhodes, Nia Jax, Kevin Owens, Bayley, Tiffany Stratton, and Solo Sikoa are all mentioned on the WWE and Arena websites. The dark matchups featuring Raw talents Braun Breaker vs Intercontinental Champion Jey Uso and Sheamus vs Ludwig Kaiser are also touted. Being a powerful force in professional wrestling is currently characterized by Roman Reigns, the reigning WWE Universal Champion, and the slogan, "Acknowledge Me," has become associated with him. Taking on the identity of the tribal chief has done wonders for his character and solidified his status as one of the most captivating, magnetic, and terrifying characters in WWE history. Reigns, with his own self-assuredness, stood up in the ring on a recent SmackDown program and stated, "We will acknowledge him." This declaration sent shockwaves throughout the wrestling industry and cemented Reigns' succession to the ring, and its impact extended far beyond the arena. This proclamation was more than a polite request for consideration. It was an assertion of truth, a promise that the unmatched rule of Roman Reigns would live on in history books. Roman Reigns has repeatedly shown as WWE's top dog that he is more than just a champion. He is a king and a leader of men. This is the account of Roman Reigns' ascent to power, his reasons for believing, and properly so, that the world would recognize him, and his journey to dominion. There was a time when Roman Reigns lacked the charisma and authority that characterize him now. He got his start in WWE with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, now known as Jon Moxley, in AEW, the duo known as The Shield. They were an unstoppable mob, unleashing mayhem wherever they went in their black tactical gear and delivering punishment to everyone who dared to oppose them. Although Reigns was always billed as the group's powerhouse, he didn't start to take off until he went solo. Reigns was positioned by WWE as the next great babyface when the Shield dissolved, a move that originally flopped. The WWE Universe seemed unmoved, even though they were touted as a fan favorite. The audience didn't see Reigns as the heir apparent to John Cena or Hulk Hogan, and they booed him at his heroic moments. People felt that WWE was trying to force him into a stereotypical nice guy role, and it wasn't helpful for his popularity. After then, a change occurred. Instead of trying to discredit Roman Reigns, he welcomed it. He changed his identity to the Tribal Chief and betrayed Paul Heyman. Fierce, unapologetic, and power-hungry, this persona was a perfect reflection of Reigns. Instead of attempting to play the hero, he was asserting his rightful place as the heir to his family's dynasty. This metamorphosis did more than just revitalize his career. It also placed him on the path to become one of the most consequential celebrities of his age. Aside from becoming a champion, Reigns was now the head of the Bloodline, a group that included his cousins, the USOs, and, at one point, Solo Sikoa. They were so dominant on SmackDown that it solidified Roman's position as WWE Champion. Once Reigns assumed the identity of the Tribal Chief, the phrase, "Acknowledge me," became his personal rallying cry. Instead of trying to win over the audience with shouts or applause, Reigns turned the tables on his rivals. Not only did he not need praise, he actively sought it out. His demand for surrender was more extreme than his need for affirmation. Meaningful layers abound with this sentence. Respect and acknowledgement of his authority is an order to the WWE Universe, his opponents, and his family. However, it also shows how deeply connected Reigns is to his Samoan roots. An important part of Samoan culture is showing respect for those in positions of authority within the family. By claiming the title of Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns is asserting his status as the patriarch of his family and demanding respect and awe from his subjects. It wasn't only his opponent he was addressing, as Reigns reenacted the classic "You will acknowledge me" moment from WWE SmackDown. The whole WWE Universe was there. He is self-assured. He is well aware of the lasting impact he is having. It doesn't matter whether you like him or not, he knows he can't be ignored. Roman Reigns' present reign as Universal Champion is riveting, not just because of his physical superiority, but also because of the psychological warfare he engages in with each step into the ring. Reigns, in his role as the Tribal Chief, does more than vanquish his enemies physically, he also wrecks them emotionally and psychologically. His opponents doubt themselves before they ever have an opportunity to fight back because of his manipulative bullying and mind game tactics. This mental superiority was on full show on SmackDown when Reigns squared off against one of his new opponents. With Paul Heyman and his bloodline by his sides, Reigns had an air of self-assurance as he stood tall in the middle of the ring. He might have been just as frightening with a low, measured voice as he had been with a raised one. Saying to his opponent, "Look at me," he maintained a composed but menacing tone. "Take a look at my creation. All of this is my domain, my loved ones, and you are only a cog in the wheel of my legacy. I will be recognized by you. Tomorrow would suffice, if not now. Rest assured, though, you will." Because in reality, everyone knew it to be true. The statement was terrifying. Everyone can't seem to get away from Roman Reigns now. Despite losing, his enemies still carry the burden of knowing they were no match for the Tribal Chief. Entering the ring beside him is a declaration of your admiration for his excellence.